Hi everyone, it's Wendy here, Wendy Mooney Smith, with part 3 of the series I'm doing, I Am the Monster Under the Bed. Today we are talking about responsibility. But before we roll into this, I just want to give a brief introduction of who I am and what I do. As I said, I am Wendy Mooney Smith. I am owner of Mangada's Muse and the Spiritual Soul Boutique located here in Franklin, Pennsylvania. Hi, Miss Katrina. Thank you for joining. Apparently, I can see you guys this week. Last week, I could not. I don't know why. I'm not sure why that was. But thank you for joining. And so I'm a sound healer, Reiki practitioner, and I have a store here. I also teach yoga. So I started this series a couple of weeks ago when I brought back Wednesdays with Wendy after I had a profound revelation that I self-sabotage in my relationships, my businesses, my past jobs, all of the things that I have done in the past. And so I'm sure lots of you do too. So I wanted to kind of give a brief explanation each week to self-sabotage and sort of how to identify it. So with that, the 20-minute sound bath on releasing fear is done. It will be uploaded today at 7:30. It is a 20-minute segment. You can watch it. It is free if you go to my YouTube channel. It's Mangada's Muse. If you can't, hi Deborah, if you can't find it, you can look under my name, Wendy Mooney Smith, and you will find it. I'm trying to find out why, but if you search my name, you should be able to find it. The 2 series are already up there. I have some shorts coming, so you can watch that. And like I said, the free sound bath will go to those of you who have tuned in, liked, and commented. That is the key. I appreciate the likes and the hearts. I love them, but try to just say hi even, like Miss Deborah here. So last week, for tuning in, the winner of the free intention candle for self-love. Hi, Amy. Funny thing, she is here. I'm looking at her. Love you. And the free candle, for those of you who tuned in last week, the winner of that was Miss Jody Walker. Thank you, Jody. So many of you liked it. I need you to comment as well. So if you want to be eligible for the incentive to watch my video, you have to like and you have to comment. So this week, I want to show you guys, this week, if you like and comment, you will go into a drawing for this mandala piece that I did. It is a rock that I hand painted. I hope you guys like it. Look at the colors there. Woo! It's a kaleidoscope. There you go. So thank you, Deborah. So if you like and comment, this time next week, I will announce who the winner is. So it gives you a week to watch it. And like I said, it is posted on YouTube. So if you don't want to go searching through my page, go to YouTube and check it out. And I will check it to see, and that is also applicable for the drawing for this mandala that I hand painted. Yep, so there you go. Thank you. So today we are going to talk about, my beautiful souls, part 3 of self-sabotage, and we're talking about responsibility. Last week was rejection, and the week before was fear, and they all tie in together. You're going to see the common theme. And one of the things that we want to talk about to start on this, let me just kind of get to my notes here so I don't leave anything out. You're going to buy one for your meditation shed. I love it. Oh, thank you, Des. Thank you for joining. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. And pass me on to your friends as well. So when we think about hi Jody, you won the candle, just FYI. When we think about self-sabotage, we often think about fear or rejection or avoidance. But one of the most powerful, I know we said fear is powerful, and that's sort of the over-blanketing concept. But the most quiet one that's just as powerful are the roots of self-sabotage is responsibility. And I'm not talking about in the sense of blame, but in the sense of ownership. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to look back on and do some shadow work for. We talked last week about Carl Jung's theory about acceptance, and he breaks it down into 3 parts, right? We talk about individuation, we talk about the persona, and we talk about the shadow. And so this kind of falls under that shadow part of ownership, responsibility for ourselves. We have to say, this is my life, this is my healing, this is my pattern, and I choose to meet it with love, not shame. Yeah, we're so shameful. Like if we do something wrong, we take on this tremendous amount of shame. Like why? Why do we have to feel bad about responsibility? This is also if you choose to use the word learning, or in the sense of that book I was talking about, Conversations with God, he breaks it down into experiences that we know, our soul knows, and that what we're doing here is experiential. So whatever train of thought you want to use there, it is a learning process when we take responsibility. We sabotage ourselves when we externalize our power. When we say, I am this way because of this person, because of that, because it's always been this way. And while these wounds are very much valid and our pain is real, healing begins not with the assignment of blame, but the I'm going to say this wrong. Sorry. I know the word and I just blanked. The reclamation of authorship. That's right. We're the authors of our own books, our own stories. So I want to tell you a little bit about Saturn. Saturn is currently in Aries, and you're like, where is she going with this? How does this tie into responsibility? Well, Saturn moving into Aries, if you guys follow the Schumann resonance or Jen Welch, our X for empaths, she did a whole long blurb as to what to expect with Saturn moving into Aries. Oh, you've shared the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're amazing. Moving in, it's going to be there for about 30 years. I think it's 28 years or so, but for the next 38 years, there is going to be a call to self-responsibility. We talk about the ascension, if you subscribe to that belief, and how we're all going to be held accountable. And Saturn moving into Aries definitely exhibits that 100%. So the planet of Saturn is of karmic lessons and meets the sign of action, initiation, and individuality. This alignment will not allow you guys to sugarcoat things. It's going to ask us to grow up, stand up, and take full responsibility of our path. That's right. We got to own it, folks. Saturn is making us own it. It's got to happen. There's no waiting to be rescued. You can't blame the past, that it was always this way. Saturn in Aries is reminding us, as I said earlier, of a reclamation of authorship. I got it that time. That we are the authors now. See how I tied that in? Did you get that? Perfect, right? So from this, here's what you need to know. It's time to choose courage over comfort, discipline over delay, and healing over hiding. I know I hide. That's why I go quiet. I hide. You guys know it. I disappear. Amy's shaking her head at me. She does the same thing. She's raising her hand. We disappear. And we can't do that anymore. Responsibility is no longer something we fear. It becomes the foundation from which we rise. And that is another theme that I've been talking about over the last 2 weeks. These all tie together. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. This is your sacred reset. So it was brought to my attention that, as you guys know, my light, my sacred space is sound healing. And an instructor told me that I don't talk about it. And she's right. I'm here to connect with you guys, but why? So I want to talk now about sound healing and self-responsibility. I have fallen short of my mission and my message of sound healing. In my work with sound healing, I deliver the message of sound and how it can reveal what the soul remembers, but our mind often resists. When we lie in stillness and bathe in the vibration, something extraordinary happens, and I see it over and over and over and again, and it's a reminder as to why I do what I do. The noise of our inner self begins to soften, and I see as the walls, those walls of resistance shake and break down and crumble and sometimes explode. I've seen it happen in my studio playing the bowls where just tears flood from the eyes of those listening. For me, sound opens a portal to the self that is beneath the sabotage. The self that is not broken, the self of me that is not wrong, not burdened, but simply forgotten. I can be myself with the bowls. As I said, I play for the angels. And I put out there a message last Friday, and it's gone missing. It's still up on TikTok, but I took it down from Facebook because I put it on there not to ask for messages of sympathy. I put it on there, and I fell short of my message. I think you guys kind of got into the words of it, which was perfectly fine. But I wanted to say how the bowls help me and how they can help you. And so I got real self-conscious about it. And before I took it down, there were 444 views, which was amazing. So I took it down at 444, just because that was the number. And because I just got kind of scared. It's that fear of being seen. And my message was a little bit lost, but it wasn't. That's how I was feeling in that moment. So if you got to see it, like I said, I left it on TikTok, Facebook, I kept it up, but it was a poetic feeling in that moment about who the monster is for me and how I was feeling in that moment and how sound brings me back and how those who want to listen can hear it. So by tuning into the body through sound, we begin to feel where we've been holding on to other people's expectations, their judgments, and disappointments. Sound becomes the balm, the mirror, and the bridge, helping us release what isn't ours and reclaim what is. If that is not a message as to exactly how I feel playing around with this and how I wanted it to come across, sound allows us to reclaim what is ours and to let go of what is not. This is the responsibility, choosing to come back into alignment with who we truly are. That is what sound can do for you. So I want to just mention this one little thing before we kind of wrap up, and that is Ho'oponopono. And I have the book here. And this is Dr. Len's, it's a Hawaiian prayer. And if you guys can read this book, it is a little deep, but it is amazing. But I will simplify it for you in terms of taking responsibility with compassion. This is one of the most profound tools. And when I do the Ho'oponopono prayer, I can barely get through it. And people can attest to that. It is 4 phrases. It's a practice of radical self-responsibility. This is not punishment. We're not punishing ourselves. But the powerful prayer goes like this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And look, I get choked up even just saying that because it is just 4 phrases that mean so, so much. We speak these words not only to others, we say this to others, and that's what Dr. Len's Hawaiian prayer was, but we fall short by not saying it to ourselves. Say to yourselves tonight, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you for all who you are, and I love you. Authentically, I love you. Loving yourself, right? And having a relationship, loving yourself first. That is what is important. So we need to speak these words to the wounded parts within ourselves, to the child who didn't feel seen, and we talked about feeling invisible, to the adult who felt unworthy or maybe punished through the rejection that we've experienced, and to the voice that whispered, you can't. Because guess what? You absolutely can. This practice does not seek to erase the past, but to realign us with love, to cleanse our internal landscape so that the self-sabotage has nowhere left to root itself. We got to pull those roots out. So there will be a 5-minute Ho'oponopono sound bath on my YouTube channel that you guys will be able to access. I will have that up and running by next week. That will be free and you guys can practice that. So in closing, I just want to say, taking responsibility is not about carrying the weight of everything that's happened to us. It's about responding to life from our power instead of our pain. It's about owning our healing. One breath, one sound, one intention at a time. So today I invite you to sit with the vibrations. Let the sound carry away old guilt. Let Ho'oponopono soften your resistance, and let this truth settle deep into your bones. You are not the wound. You are the healer. You can heal yourself. You are not the sabotage. You are the source, and you are rising. Absolutely. So next week, we will discuss the next reason why we may self-sabotage. In part 4, when we talk about control. Oh my God, my friends are going to have a field day with this because they're like, girl, let go of the control. Let it go. Look at, she's laughing over there. She's laughing. It's the illusion of safety. So the tagline for this is let go to grow, healing the need for control. And that will be the sound bath for 2 weeks from now. So the reason why I'm kind of rolling into this, just to give some explanation, is because after we face the fear and the rejection and taken ownership and responsibility, we next have to tackle the desire for control as a defense mechanism. It's a powerful topic to explore through, you're welcome, Jody, the lens of surrender, trust, and the wisdom of flow. So we're going to talk about all about that and how sound healing can align with this, and that we sabotage our own growth because we grip too tightly to certainty, routine, or perfectionism. So tonight, it's still time, 6 o'clock, we have sound bath, and it is on Root to Rise, Healing Rejection. And that is also the 20-minute one that is going to be on the YouTube for you guys. Next week's sound bath will focus on today's segment in a gentle and restorative session called Resonance and Responsibility. The path to healing begins with a single vibration of self-compassion. And then stay tuned because we're going to have more yoga classes coming up that will incorporate all of these concepts. There will be a weekly theme, and that will lead to emotional healing. And I'm going to do some 4 and 6 week segments that will incorporate all of this as a healing program. So if you missed the segment, you can catch them on my YouTube channel, again, Mangadas Muse, or search for Wendy Mooney Smith. I gotta plug that back in. So I have a new tagline. I've been saying, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be secure, may you be safe, may you ride the wave of life with ease. Through all of this self-discovery, I got a new one for you. We're gonna close every session with shine on. Unapologetically, ladies. Shine on unapologetically. Always let them fear your fire. Hope you like that. I love it. Because we are not manageable. We are not to be managed, ladies. Stoke that fire. Fuel it. Let them fear you. And with that, I love you, and I will see you all next Wednesday. Thank you so much for your support. Mwah. Bye, guys.